The housing market is constantly changing, and it can be difficult to know when is the right time to try to sell. In today's uncertain market, there are several things to consider. Things such as interest rates, inflation, and just the overall economy. Interest rates are at their highest level in years. This means it's going to be more expensive for buyers to be able to borrow money to purchase a home with. And that can cause a negative impact on demand and on home prices. Just like interest rates are high right now, inflation is at a 40-year high, which means that the cost of living is higher. So that home's going to cost you more, but just the cost to live is also costing everyone more money. This makes it more difficult for buyers to be able to afford a home. And then looking at the overall economy, with it being in such a state of flux, there's a lot of fear of a recession, and that can have a negative impact overall on the housing market. So what does that mean for sellers? In general, it is still a good time to sell a home. There is still demand for homes, and the prices for homes are still rising. However, it is important to be aware of potential risks and to factor them into your decision making. So today we're going to talk about some of those risks and things to consider when you're trying to decide if now is the right time for you to sell your home. Hi, my name's Deanna Bradford. I'm a realtor with Reese Nichols Realtors Excelsior Springs, part of the Bill Hightower team. First, consider your financial situation. Are you in a good financial position to sell your home? Do you have enough equity in your home to not only pay off maybe a current mortgage that you have, but to be able to buy the next home or have a down payment for the next home, as well as money for closing costs and the costs to sell? Talking with a real estate professional or a lender to help determine how much your home could sell for, and then factoring in what those costs to sell are, will help you make an educated decision on whether now is the right time for you to be able to sell or not, depending on, again, your financial situation. Next, consider the current market conditions. Think about where your home is located and what the market is doing in that area. What are homes selling for that are similar to yours? And how much are they selling for in regards to list price? Are they selling over list price? Are they selling under? Are home prices rising or falling? How many days is it taking for a home to go under contract? These kinds of things, this kind of information will help you to determine not only the best price to list your home at, but also even just the best tactic, the best plan for marketing your home and getting it sold quickly. And then the third thing to consider are your future plans. What is your next step once you sell? Do you plan to stay in the same area or move out of the area? And if so, do you know the market where you're moving to, the prices of homes in that area? Have you done the research there? Do you plan to upsize or downsize in the type of home that you buy next? That will make a difference in the cost of the next home that you look to buy. Have you been pre-approved to purchase the next home, or is the sale of your home going to cover the cost to buy the next home? Do you have a plan so that if your home sells quickly before you find something else, somewhere you can go in the middle? Or do you need to be able to buy something that's contingent upon you selling so you have time to line everything up so you can move from one home to the next? These are all things to consider when you are looking at whether or not selling right now is the right time for you. Here's a few more additional tips for you to consider. If you do decide that now is the right time to sell, when you list that home, make sure to price your home right. It is important to price your home competitively. So that's why knowing the market, like we talked about earlier, comes into play. And it's important to know how many homes are for sale that are similar to yours, so you know who you're competing against. And then take that into consideration when pricing your home so that you can be priced competitively and attract more buyers. Market your home effectively, super important. You want your home to stand out and attract buyers. Make sure that your home is well marketed out on all social platforms, on all the websites that it can be found on, Realtor, Zillow, all these different sites that people go to look for homes, make sure it's out there, and that there's good signage on not just in front of your home, but in your neighborhood or on the streets leading up to your home, so that people know, hey, there's a home for sale here, and hopefully they'll drive by and see your home for sale and then look it up to get more information, and that will in turn attract more buyers. And then lastly, be prepared to negotiate. Even though it's still a good time to sell, and even though there's still low inventory, don't just assume that because we still are in a market with very low inventory that you're just going to be able to sell top dollar and not have to give up anything. Be prepared to negotiate with a buyer. Be fair on all sides, and that way everybody wins. And that way you can get your home sold quickly and for the most amount of money in this difficult market, and be able to move on to your next season of life, your next home, whatever your next phase is that you're looking to move on to. All these things can be difficult to manage on your own. I would highly recommend working with a professional, a real estate expert, local in your area, who knows the market well, can educate you on the market, who knows how to market your property out to all those websites, who can do the signage, who can just by word of mouth, knowing buyers that they can connect with, and then helping you to prepare your home before you list it, and consider all these things to line you up with a good lender. There's so many reasons why working with an expert in this area is so important. You don't want to give too much away. You don't want to ask for too little. You want to know that you are doing the best that you can to get your home sold in a timely manner and for the most amount that you can get. So work with a real estate professional who's going to help you get from point A to point B, from considering selling to listing your home to getting it sold and moving on. I hope this information is helpful. I hope it helps alleviate any concerns that you have about selling your home. If you have any questions, if you have a particular situation that you want to run by me, reach out to me. I'd love to chat with you, or leave me a question in the comments and I would be happy to respond to that. If you like this video, please like it, share it with somebody you know that it might help. And then if you haven't already, make sure you subscribe and hit that bell notification so that you don't miss videos as we put them out each week. Thanks for watching again, and have a blessed day.